I'm gonna hop on the plane, show up, hey, hand job,
You
and all of a sudden,
wrong guys.
boom, I'm gonna be there and turn around and come back the following day. And she goes, "You wouldn't do that?" I said, "I absolutely would do that. I just didn't think of it."
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
Oh yeah, you can do a 1-day trip. Why not?
I love it. Kyle, how are you, buddy?
I'm muted. Hi, fellas. How we doing? I'm good. How are you guys? Are you
Great,
having a small
man.
time watching old SNME?
Yeah,
last
man.
weekend?
Did you celebrate your Saturday night's main event?
I did. I mean, it brought me back to the times as a child watching Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels and Eugene versus Viscera and all that stuff. So it's real nostalgia. Really hit me in the cockles. But
Tony,
it was a good time.
Now, in addition to the white man, Tony also did break out Slim Jims and his 1980s WWF napkins.
That's awesome.
Why did he still have those?
Why not? I think I have one laying around here.
Yeah, he has
one lone napkin.
he has
Stands up on
no,
its
he
own.
has 5 packs of inside plastic napkins. Multi-packs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's on the Is it just the logo, or is it
It's a logo and a couple wrestlers.
And
which
jizz.
wrestlers?
The Hulkster, Piper, probably JYD, Orndorff, Andre.
No Kevin Thorne. No. Who else is on Saturday?
So you're
Night
just gonna
Main
name
Event?
everyone from that 6-man tag match?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Doink. There's no Doink. Doink's kind of overlaps, right? Maybe.
It was
Does he?
Shane Doink
I don't know.
and Eugene versus Umaga, Viscera, and
Umaga.
Kevin Thorne.
What a time! What a time to be alive, really.
It doesn't sound like a good time.
How the fuck did I know that off the top of my head?
Yeah,
we
it's
just
a
talked
problem.
about it last week.
Oh, we did.
He watches it every night.
Yeah, that's
Don't
right.
let him lie to you.
We did
It's
talk
good
about it
bedtime
last
music
week, actually.
or bedtime wrestling.
So overall, Kyle from the Apron Bump Podcast,
Hey, that's me.
when 10:01 hit and the terrible Saturday Night's Saturday Night's Live came on, you turned that off immediately because you have a brain. How'd you feel about the first Saturday Night's main event in
Since 2008.
16 years?
It was good. It was fun. I liked the feel of it. They definitely seemed to lean more into the retro element of it than the previous callback that they did in 2008, which I appreciated. There was still maybe a little too many LEDs and lights and stuff, but maybe that's something, because I think there's going to be a quarterly thing, right, that they do going forward, something like that.
Sure.
So maybe they can change it up. They probably won't, but overall, it was a easy watch. It was easily digestible watch. Nothing too crazy. I mean, crowning a first champion was big. Otherwise, it was kind of par for the course stuff. But overall, I had a swell old time watching it, I'd say. That's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought the top to bottom it was fun. I didn't like the ending of the main event. And I'm just picking nits because I wish the referee would have just been in the ring instead of standing outside the ring. But that's just me being.
Oh, you don't like that he was counting on the floor?
I don't like that he was standing outside.
Well, he was already outside.
I know it bothered me.
He has to see the shoulders. You know what I mean? He can't get in the ring and.
Yeah, but every time there's a pin next to the fucking the ropes, the referees don't fucking go out.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. The good ones. Lil Nate does. That's why he's
Lil
pro, and these other guys are tomato cans.
Lil Nate can't be called Lil Nate anymore. He looks old as shit.
He's still Lil.
So does Big Nate.
Lil Nate doesn't look that. He should look older than he looks.
Dude, he looks old as shit.
He looks like 10 years older than he did in 1995.
Oh, he does not.
How dare you? He's a handsome man, Lil Nate.
He's just a little weathered, little Nate.
Okay, see, here's the problem. No one said he wasn't handsome.
You implied it.
No, I just implied that he's old as shit now.
I wouldn't say old as shit.
Dude, his hair looks
comparable to the other refs, maybe, but
you want to talk about his skin, whatever. You're going to talk shit about his hair?
Yeah, his hair's a little wispier.
That's one step too far, brother.
He's got the old crow's feet going on, the eyeballs.
I don't know what show you were watching.
Look,
definitely not the one I was watching.
I'd be lucky if I looked like him at 60 years old.
You'd be lucky if you look like him now.
Yeah.
It's a little hurtful. I guess I deserve that.
Yeah.
Kyle, how'd you think Jesse Ventura did?
It was fine. It was kind of I expected him to have more of a presence than he did, but maybe he's just kind of dipping his toes back in the water. But I thought the time that he was given, he felt like Jesse Ventura. You know, he didn't feel like he was holding back too much. Now, I can't say that he was in my wheelhouse growing up. I think he was long gone by the time I was born, even. But he still has the voice, the goofy boas. Maybe take that shirt off and see if he still has the body next time. I don't know, but I thought he was a good centerpiece to the retro element of the show and made it feel like Saturday. It was like the differentiating thing that you don't see on other shows, and I thought it fit well.
I think they didn't put him out there for the whole show because he would have destroyed the rest of the commentary team.
Well, is it just me, or did he not? Did it seem like he didn't know anybody's name other than Cody Rhodes?
No, he said he was in KO's corner, man.
He would always say like, that guy over there, he means business. Like he would never say his name.
And didn't he call him Kevin Owen?
Yeah.
Which is not egregious, but it's something.
There was one point where they like panned over to Cody Rhodes and he was talking about Cody Rhodes, and they pan over to Kevin Owens. He's like, and that man over there, you know, he also means business. I don't know. Maybe watch the product a little bit, Jesse, but
I thought he did a fantastic job, especially they pointed out like Cody won, but he cheated. He's a fucking cheater.
I do like the heel presence on commentary, which I think is something that has been missing, and I dearly miss it. I think it adds a lot of, not that you need commentary to provide the entertainment, but it provides kind of two sides of the coin like you're seeing in the ring, which, I mean, I grew up with JR and King. That was the deal there, and times before that, you know, whoever it was. So I enjoyed that element of it for sure.
Well, I think Jesse did a fantastic job. Like he was a voice that I think like I missed and didn't realize that I missed him as much as I did until he was on the commentary team. And it almost seemed like he didn't really miss a beat. Just sitting back down and being there, and his call was still like the same call that I remember from when I was younger. Like I thought he did a fucking fantastic job.
Yeah, he's just so genuine. Like he doesn't have to like get back into character. Like that's just who he is. So
right,
he's gonna come back. And I love to see that for sure. Shout out Joe. I was about to say Joe Tessitore. I felt like it was like a perfect stand-in for Mean Gene as well.
Yeah,
he was hoping he knew where the fucking hard camera was.
Just trying to help the guy out. He's old. He's weathered.
He like gets up on the stage and he starts doing his thing. Jesse turns around to the crowd, and Tessitore's like, and they do like the fucking wide shot so they can catch Jesse looking at the crowd. I don't think that's the way they want it to go. Tessitore's like fucking tugging on him, like, hey, turn around.
Pulling on his 8 boas that he's wearing. Yeah.
Yes, thank God Pat McAfee could point that out.
Big fan of his telestrator for sure. You gotta do that analysis sometimes. Not everybody's willing to do it.
That's fair.
That is. Yeah.
That's fair. Did you have a favorite match of the night?
Probably the triple threat world heavyweight title match. I have liked the subtle story with Gunther and how he had kind of lost his confidence after losing to Cody. I thought that played well, and this win hopefully will kind of make him that killer that he was before when he was the IC champion, UK champion. And I mean, that triple threat, I mean, all parties involved, Finn and Damian as well, they came up and they showed out. I mean, it was a high energy match. Gunther looked like a killer at the end, that crazy deadlift powerbomb on the steps, and then he just fucking keeps going and kills Finn in the ring. I thought Gunther came out looking like a killer, and I'm intrigued to see what comes next for him. I don't know if we start working our way towards a Cena match, maybe for Mania. I'm sure there'd be something in between there. But I have really no guesses what he would do next. I don't know if you guys do. Folks? Because who else is kind of, I mean, Seth, maybe?
For Gunther?
Yeah.
For Gunther.
I think LA
Seth?
Knight. I think
Yeah.
LA Knight moves over to Raw.
But does Gunther move over to? You think he moves to SmackDown?
No.
Because if they move, you don't think they're going to move Cody?
No.
I know Roman is most likely getting moved, but it wouldn't surprise me if they move Cody.
I feel like if you move Roman, then you have to move like 7 different people.
Yeah.
But all right, so the Cody thing is interesting. Wow, that's a good call, Brundo. I mean, I can see why like everyone like the popular like thinking is that would happen, but USA still needs some spoons in the porridge themselves, you know.
True.
So
True.
I don't think he goes.
I mean, another thought. I mean, Solo can't be in the Roman verse forever. So maybe after he loses his Ufa Flafa or whatever LA Knight called it, moves on from Roman, maybe he gets entered into the world title scene, perhaps. Imperium versus New Bloodline.
So I could see Imperium versus New Bloodline. In fact, now that you said it, I fucking love the thought of it.
Yeah, put Vinci back in there because he's been fucking treading water.
Yeah.
But is it just to the eye, or do you think it's realistic? Like in my mind, Jacob Fatu is the guy that should be in that spot. Like I would love to see Jacob Fatu Gunther. You know what I mean? Like that to me is the match, not Solo. I think that Jacob has passed Solo in a lot of ways, and they've kind of kept a mystique about him there. So I would like to see Fatu and Gunther before I would like to see Solo and Gunther, and with that, obviously Gunther's turning face in that scenario.
I feel like he's already halfway there.
So do I think
fluid.
I think it's been a natural kind of a turn. Like people are more appreciating him, but I would love to see Jacob Fatu and Gunther.
Yeah, and HK. Hand job. What are you? HJC, HJK.
What do you want to call me, man?
I feel like talking about Gunther's like natural like progression into a babyface is kind of like it's more of like a bizarre one because like his music will get a pop when he comes out, right? But then he'll start talking and people will like cheer, and then he'll get him back and have him boo like right away, like, and then of course you're positioning him against Finn Balor, who's also a heel, so like you're almost kind of like forcing them to cheer Gunther, but like they still don't like him. It's very like you said, fluid.
Yeah, he's very gender fluid. I mean, he can go either way. I think, like you said, he enters to a big pop. People love Gunther, but then he can sway them within the match, which is the mark of a great heel. Adam Cole was like that when he was in the midst of like the Undisputed Era stuff in NXT. Like they would the Adam Cole baby shit, but once the match started, he'd flip him. Gunther's kind of along that same vein, maybe a better version of it. But yeah, I mean, you could really Gunther. You could just do. He's so versatile. You could do more faction warfare with him, keep that title on him as a heel, a babyface, which is why I have no idea what direction they'll go with him.
Right. And going back to HK's point about Jacob Fatu, I feel like Jacob Fatu is the kind of guy that you could like probably put like against anyone. And
yeah, for sure.
But I think like the focus still needs to be on Solo if that's what your commitment has been for this long. Like you've built up your equity in Solo, you've invested in Solo. So to just thrust Jacob Fatu into the center spotlight, I think would be a little rash. I feel like, dude, how long has this bloodline story been going on? Like you could have like a complete part 6 or 7 just on a Jacob Fatu Solo type thing. So
yeah,
I feel like you still have to. There's still a little meat on the bone for Solo before Jacob Fatu eventually does get to where he's got to go.
I feel like Jacob Fatu gets a diesel push this year in the Royal Rumble too.
Yeah, and I can tell you like from like just the show that I was at recently, they're moving Jacob Fatu merchandise at least in this area. There was no Solo merchandise. There was none at any of the stands. So if that tells you anything about kind of where their head is at in comparison to the two, I mean having multiple pieces of Jacob Fatu merchandise out there and nothing for Solo, I think that kind of tells you a little bit of where like the company is at.
Does Solo have any non-bloodline merch?
And that's another thing. Like I don't know if he does. They didn't have any at any of the stands, and that's another thing to point to because Jacob Fatu did.
But do you remember when I don't know if you've listened to JBL's podcast with Conrad now? HK, you definitely have, I think.
Yeah.
But JBL always said, "Don't make a shirt for me." Like, I'm a fucking heel. Do not make a shirt for me. I'm not going to go as far as to say that I think Solo is following that same logic, but maybe that could be.
I don't think in today's day they can do that or get away.
I agree. I tend to agree with you.
He has several shirts on WWEshop.com.
On the .com, but
Solo shirts.
There's one that just says Solo. It's written across it. It's in red lettering on black. And then on the back, it has the thumb, and the bottom part of the hand is red, and then just the thumb is white.
Okay.
They should just sell his thumb. like little foam fingers. But
Not
like a
bad.
thumb.
Foam thumbs.
These look
thumbs.
like from when he just came in. It's just him like this, and it
Yeah.
says Solo Sikoa. Though the one problem.
Could be NXT. That sounds like NXT.
Yeah.
He's got one Solo Sikoa. The one problem.
Right, but you're talking on WWE Shop. Like,
Yes.
these are not the ones that they're bringing to the events. The ones that they think they're going to move at the events.
But maybe they just sold out at the event and you missed it. You ever think about that? Everyone
didn't.
went for the Solo merch.
Yeah, but
Right,
the
yeah,
Jake
everybody.
Tattoo T-shirts, like it's fucking cool too. Like it's a fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Like it does.
Howling at the
Fucking
moon.
wolf.
No, it's like a crazy looking wolf with like red shit on its head.
Is there a half moon behind it?
No. You know what?
Is it like a?
I know what it is. I bought one while I was there.
Oh, how come you're not wearing it, you fucking dork?
It's out in my car.
It's out in your car. What's it been doing in your car for a week?
I haven't brought the bag in yet.
Fucking lazy.
Not the
fuck.
bag.
It's a werewolf.
What'd you pay for it?
I think it was $40.
They saw you coming.
Yeah, you fucking.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Everybody did that night.
It's authentic. Gotta respect it.
So Apron Bump Kyle win for WWE with this Saturday night's main event.
I think so. I mean, it wasn't anything too outside of Chelsea Green winning the U.S. title. Nothing super like groundbreaking. Although the Kevin Owens deal, even though that was after the show,
Right.
was pretty sick. The package power bomb. I might have got a half chub when I saw that.
Pile driver in that job.
Pile drive me. No, it's just a package.
Package pile driver.
Love a good package. Package me. Yeah, no, I love this side of this is where Kevin Owens thrives, and I'm all for it. Cody cheated, so obviously he has a right to a rematch, and because little Nate missed it, even though he's so handsome. But yeah, it's good stuff all around. And the Chelsea, I mean, U.S. title. I know. Tone Bone over there doesn't really like the mid card titles for the women, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Given that SmackDown's going to 3 hours and just the sheer talent they have, but I'm not like. I mean, I hope it's a success. It's a success, but seeing how they've dealt with the tag team titles, I'm not super optimistic. I don't think.
Well, Kyle, this is always a success when you join us.
Oh, come on now.
No.
And I didn't ask the guy, so I'm going to ask him now. Kyle wants us to record with him a Royal Rumble show at the end of December or the first week of January. So if you guys can check your schedules, and maybe we can get a couple of us, maybe if not all of us, a couple of us can get together with old Apron Bump Kyle and make an appearance on his show.
Yeah, I'd always be in for that.
Yeah, you had me at Royal Rumble.
You know me, hand job, Kyle. You need me, I got a hand for you.
That's what you always say to me. You always send me that in the morning, every morning.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So
All
I
right, so
appreciate it.
it's either Tuesday, December 31st, or any time after 5 p.m., January 7th to January 10th.
Now, hand job, you on that East Coast time? Remind me.
I sure am.
Yeah,
East
I thought
Coast,
so.
East Coast.
I'll put it in a text to you guys later. But I told
Yeah.
Kyle asked. He's been asking. I've been dropping the ball. So now that he was here, I wanted
Big
to,
time in me. It's fine.
I wasn't big
I'm
time.
used
You
to
I
it.
just fucking forgot, man.
Just big man double T over here. No
No,
time
I'm
for time.
trying to fucking.
Here's my bucket with my hand job in it. Oh, could you please jerk me off?
Wait,
That's
so
what I say.
hand job, you're doing a podcast on New Year's Eve?
Well, it wouldn't be dropping. Oh, New Year's Eve? Possibly. I don't know. Do you guys do anything on New Year's Eve? If it's like earlier in the evening,
I'm not
that was just
15 years old anymore. I don't give a shit.
You don't spend time. You don't do family stuff on New Year's Eve?
Family stuff? No, my family works in the restaurant business.
We just had Christmas. Who gives a turkey?
Yeah. Go family style.
Yeah.
spend enough time with my family at Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm fucking good till next year.
All right.
But we don't
What do
have
you
to do
got?
it that day. I was just throwing out days. What do I got?
Yeah, what do you got coming up this week, buddy?
Oh, this Wednesday got a little total nonstop action coming at you. Victory Road 2007, covering that little ditty was a interesting little show. All the titles on the line in the main event, the match of champions, little Ultimate X action, little Black Rain action.
Ooh.
So all good. Only good things from
Nothing bad when
Cincinnati
you do TNA. That's for sure.
Who's doing the show?
got old Frank from the Last Minute Wrestling podcast, little Italian fella that I like to podcast with every now and then. My little Italian sausage.
This Victory Road. This is one of, if not the only, Bob Backlund appearance in TNA, is it not?
There is Bob Backlund. I'm glad you brought that up. Against the Motor City Machine Guns, which on paper it's hilarious. In execution, it's hilarious. So that's TNA for you.
Oh yeah, make a face handsome, Kevin. Like fucking 2007, Bob Backlund is.
I don't like that he said hilarious. All right,
Bob Backlund versus like Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
yeah, he probably whooped their asses too, didn't he?
I forget actually. No, well, his partner lost. Spoiler alert.
Oh,
He teamed
yeah.
with Jerry Lynn.
Well,
And,
seeing that super nice guy that can wrestle pretty well, but he let the team down.
Oh, fuck Jerry Lynn. He didn't deserve that Ring of Honor title.
He
But
didn't
I
deserve to
digress.
stay with Bobby Backlund. I'll tell you that.
That's for damn sure.
Wow.
So,
I literally just changed my Twitter profile picture to me and Jerry Lynn.
no, Jerry Lynn kicked my ass. Is what I say. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got.
There he
Yeah,
is.
that's the name of Jerry Lynn.
What happened?
Huh? Oh, do I have to buzz off?
No. I see what you did.
I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
That old guy.
We like to have fun here on the Shining.
Yeah,
Wrestling
we
Wrestling
do.
Program.
And we like to have fun with you, Kyle, at Apron Bump Podcast every Wednesday. Kyle's doing God's work over there,
Oh,
watching all
stop
this
it.
shit.
Always appreciate you guys having me. It's always a hoot and a holler.
Always
Coming on
love having you on the show.
Always?
Always. It's
Most
always,
of the time, at least.
always
yeah.
a blessing.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Do you want to stay and talk to B. Brian Blair with us?
I don't know what I have to add. I know more about bees than B by Brian Blair.
Oh, he's not even connected. This is going to be fun.
Well, this is going to be a good time. By the way, you guys, I had a little tidbit drop on you as he's connecting. Talking about Great American Bash 04 later. That happened to be my first live event of all time.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Nice.
04, which was, I don't really remember a lot about it. I was 11 at the time. But yeah, I was there to watch Eddie lose the title. Spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know. Saw Paul Bearer die for the first time or second time. I don't remember.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, just to kind of, hey, I'm HJ. Just trying to fluff you up a little bit before you, come. I don't know. Couldn't think
Yeah,
of
no,
another
that's
word.
usually what Fluffer does, right?
Yeah.
That's none of your beeswax, what I do.
Oh, come on now. That's a lot. That's a lot.
9 and 10 years old. Oh yeah, that'll go over great.
Take it easy, Buck.
Jesus, Brundo. Fucking A, man.
Can you guys hear this? Hold
Get
on.
on top of me and I'll beat you off.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, we
The
did.
reason for the season is pleasing, and somebody's sucking my dick.
Anyways,
That was so sensual.
It sounded like he was reading poetry.
I don't know what the context of this one is,
Bust a nut in Grandma's butt, part 3.
but I have it, so
I'm glad that you do, Handjob Kyle.
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
that you do.
it's just on my computer now. So hopefully nobody
That's
searches
the
it.
best. That's fucking great. I love it. You're gonna have to send those files over to me so I can
Oh
add
yeah,
them on board.
I'll shoot them on over.
All right, Kyle, you're the best. We're gonna try and help B. Brian Blair get on the show now.
Oh boy, Godspeed, everybody.
Yep, he's having some issues.
I'll get one more sting. It would really sting if he couldn't. Yeah, oh, fuck you.